Welcome back to the channel. Josh and Brandy Helm here. It's another tour day, so we're excited to show you guys this finished barndominium for the Poolville, Texas area. So we got quite a bit going on here on this build. Let's tell them a little bit about it.
Sure, this one is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. We've got 1,942 square feet of living space. We've got a beautiful enclosed screen porch on the back. So we got 500 square foot of porches and about 850 square foot of a shop garage area.
Yeah, so the overall footprint of this build is about 35 by 80 foot long, not counting the porches. That gives you a little bit dimensionally. And then on the exterior, we have some beautiful charcoal panels on the PBR panels that we're using for the siding. We have a polar white trim for the downspouts, gutters, as well as our roof covering on this, going for that reflective setup on this build, which I think looks really nice. Also, we have blended chop block stone that we got going here. It comes from one of our suppliers called Alliance. This is an added feature that we have for the wainscoting going around underneath and under the porches. And we have some decorative porch going here.
Yeah, we got some stained accents on the front of this porch, and I just really like how it kind of breaks up the metal. It kind of gives it some different dimension and different color and effects like that.
Yeah, we don't always do this, but on this particular one, we did wrap all of the steel with cedar, so it's still steel.
Yes.
Underneath there, but it's wrapped with cedar. So we always tell people, hey, this might give you a little bit of maintenance down the road. At the end of the day, this is kind of the look they want to go for, and I think it looks really nice. Before we take you guys inside, we want to look at this door that we have here. This is an 8-foot stained door, which is a beautiful entryway. So let's go on inside and show you guys the rest of the build.
All right, so as we enter the living room area, it's a nice big wide open space.
Yeah, this area is about 17 by 19, and we got the higher ceilings with the vault here. Pretty simple overall for this layout, but you just got your front entryway with a couple of windows, and this could be made up however they want to.
We've got all natural concrete sealed floors here.
Yes.
It's just the natural color, so it's got the gray.
So,
regular color.
And throughout we have, like I said, the open concept between the kitchen and the living.
So all the walls in this home are Misty by Sherwin-Williams. Here we've got an ornamental white level 1 granite. It's got a lot of flex, a lot of little pattern to it, but it really ties in all the colors that they've got here.
And then we have a lot of extra storage underneath here as well on the front side. But I don't want to bypass all of this goodness.
Sure, so we've got the built-in refrigerator area with the cabinets surrounding.
And this one is wrapped on the side instead of our cabinets being the focal point. We actually had a wall here. This was part of the layout for the design. And being that we have a lower ceiling over this kitchen, it also lended the opportunity to use a wall there too.
So I believe these are like a black stainless steel. They're real pretty. They're really just a dark gray. But we've got the microwave over top of the oven here, and then we've got the drawer underneath for, pots and pans.
Yeah, and all of these new fancy appliances have this blue ceramic.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's pretty cool. Shiny. So a lot of upper cabinet storage. And then as we move through here, let's talk a little bit more about the use of this space.
So we have a white subway tile with a black grout here. So it looks really nice. They've got all the black hardware and things here, so that looks really good with it. Something that they did different in this is they did like a little inset niche here that you can put your spices, things like that. But that looks really nice there, right behind the vent hood.
Or maybe you set up your iPad there while you're cooking.
Sure.
You could do anything right there. But I don't want to go too far without saying, hey, look at these really tall upper cabinets.
Yeah, and then there's we didn't go all the way to the ceiling on this build, but there is room up there if you wanted to do some decorative things or lighting up there. You could accent that if you wanted.
Absolutely, but a lot of drawers under here.
I love these deep drawers. You can put all your pans and things like that, and you can get all the way to the back. You're not going to have anything hidden. You'll be able to access everything that's in the drawer. They've got a nice 4-burner stovetop here, so that looks really nice.
It all matches well, and one thing I could say about this is it does take up a little more space when you put anything in the corner of a kitchen. So, but here, I think it works well because I can imagine like you really can spread out there while you're cooking, and you got a great place to put a nice bouquet of flowers if you wanted to.
Right. Well, one thing about utilizing that corner space of a kitchen, so it's either going to be, if it's just cabinets, it's going to be kind of like a dead space. It's going to be some inaccessible areas that you either have to do like a funky, cabinet door to try to get back there or whatever. But this way it kind of, you're able to, put your vent hood towards the corner instead of it coming into the other part of the room. So they did a black sink, which is a really nice accent instead of it being the traditional white or ivory. I like that it's black and it's got the black faucet here.
Yeah, and this is a Syncology is what this sink is, and it's a granite type material, but real heavy duty. So it looks really, really good. And then we have the black hardware for the kitchen faucet, handheld option for it. And all this looks out over this window over the screened-in porch.
Absolutely. I love having a window behind your sink so that you can see out. You're not just looking out a window. So if you can't look at your guests, at least you can look outside and see what's going on in the backyard.
Now, there's a hole there behind where you're standing there. That is where the dishwasher is going to go. They don't have that in spot right now because just a delay on getting it here. And then one more set bank of cabinet here for more countertop space.
Well, they just did an extra white from Sherwin-Williams on all the trim and cabinetry in here, but they did do a special color on the island just to kind of do an accent. I believe it's Cadet by Sherwin-Williams. It's a gray, but it's really got like some blue tones to it, but it looks really nice with the countertops they selected.
Now, looking at the face of this cabinet, we've got a lot of doors. We got a trash drawer, as well as plenty of cabinet space up underneath some here, which I guess you could use for silverware or whatever you wanted to on some of these really wide drawers.
And they've got a nice like chandelier. It would be something that you'd put maybe over your dining room table or whatever. So I'm sure that's what they're planning on using this for, because there's not really a designated dining room area for this space.
Yeah, and I'm a fan of this type of lighting where you have something a little more decorative, as well as having the functional lights that you need, like your can lighting, which is what we're using. And it's kind of a standard in most of our builds in the living area, as well as the kitchen and the master bedroom. We always have can lights included in those rooms.
So instead of doing a corner pantry here, they did some nice drawers and cabinets in here. I love this little butler's pantry for your appliances, your KitchenAid mixer, your toaster, whatever you want to put in here. And it's just, adds into all of the storage space and shelving for all of your canned goods and all of those things. So I really like the space that they used in here.
Yeah, a lot of good shelf space. And then to cap it off, you've got this soft close barn door, which is really cool. And there's quite a few barn doors throughout on this build too.
All right, so we're going to show you on the other side of this house. We've got 2 guest bedrooms with a full bath. This first guest bedroom is a 12 by 12. We still have the sealed concrete. The Misty by Sherwin-Williams is on the walls.
And all of our white trim, this is a 1x6, just basically like a pine, and that is painted. And then we have our 1x4s that we use around the doors. And our ceiling heights in these bedrooms are 10 foot. So it's making these rooms feel a little bit bigger as well. But you got your typical bedroom here. Here we have can lights in the guest bedrooms or the extra bedrooms.
In addition to the ceiling fan.
Mm-hmm. And then we got the closet.
Nice little closet. We just have upper and lower hanging. There's not any cubbies, but there's plenty of self-storage up above each of the hanging rods.
Yeah, and it's a great way to set up your storage there.
So we have the first guest bathroom here. We've got a 12 by 24 stove all gray with an avalanche grout from Floor and Decor. And then we have a nice little niche.
As well as our standard tub that we're using there and some black hardware, which looks really good. Now, we do have just a standard vanity as well in here.
And they did change up the granite in here. It's an ashen white. It's a level 1 granite as well, but it is a little different than what's in the kitchen. So as we go down this hallway, we've got a nice little built-in set of cabinets that you can use your bedding, your towels, extra linens, things like that. And then we have the second guest bedroom. It's a little bit smaller than the other. It's a 12 by 11, but it's a nice size room. It's pretty much, mimics the other. It still has the same wall colors and the floors are the sealed concrete.
And then we have the closet here.
With just the upper and lower, it's just like the one on the other side there.
Pretty simple, guys. I mean, that's kind of just your typical bedroom setup. So let's go on over to the other wing, I guess you would call it. Before we take you guys to the master bedroom, we want to show you a couple of other things we got going on here. We have a guest bathroom, and in here we have the same countertop as we did in the guest bath for the other bedrooms. And we have a similar setup here with your upper cabinet, as well as all the black faucet and hardware, and a little bit bigger vanity here. But let's talk about what we have here. We've got barn doors that open up to something. It's actually a safe room that our clients did.
Like a tornado closet or something like that.
Yeah, and it's already set up here, but this is something that they wanted to incorporate. Got a kind of a pre-made deal, but it's a complete steel. I'll have to get the brand of this for you guys, but it's kind of a purchase ready deal. It's got little benches in here to sit in, and they've already got their go stuff ready to go. You got headphones, all kinds of stuff, safety kits, and some lanterns, lights as well. But this was something that our clients wanted to incorporate.
But this is one way to, kind of hide that it's not a very pretty door, so we're going to hide it with a nice door. Next to the guest bathroom, we have the laundry room. It's a nice size. They've got the same color cabinets in here as they have in the kitchen area, but this is obviously the place where the washer and dryer is going to go. They've got a nice little faucet here, a little sink to rinse things or whatever, and then they have like a little folding area, so basically pull it straight out of the dryer. You can do some folding here. They've got some nice cabinets above here, as well as over the washer and dryer.
Yeah, and for your cabinet space, I mean, really you could do laundry rooms so many different ways, but you could have the upper hanging storage for clothes. Instead of doing your upper cabinets, you could put hanging rods, or change it up any way that would make sense for your
yeah, they put
storage.
quite a bit in a small space. So this is a little mud room area, a little drop zone, Josh likes to call it. There's a nice bench going all the way around, the little cubbies underneath. You could put some little baskets to store some shoes or whatever. And then they've got like a nice little closet. You could put your mops, your broom, your vacuum, things like that. It's a nice tall closet without any shelves. And they've got some upper storage as well. You could, again, put some baskets or different things like that. They probably are going to add some hooks at some point for coats and things like that. But this is coming straight out of the shop, a nice place to kind of land with all of the things that you bring in. So the master is a very nice sized room. It's a 14 by 18. Again, we've got the sealed concrete. But this is the back side of the closet that we just showed you with the tornado shelter.
Yeah, so you're seeing a little bit of this built in the safe, but there are still upper hanging storage as well as lower hanging storage in here for the clothes, because I think originally this was supposed to be his closet, and maybe it still is, or it depends on how they're going to use it. But they do have another closet. This was one of the closets that was built into this design. But here again, keeping that 10-foot ceilings, we've got a nice ceiling fan in here. But this leads out to the master bathroom, which has quite a bit going on in here.
Yes, we've got dual vanities. So we've got a his and her side on the vanities. They both got nice space on their countertops. The ash and white level 1 granite in here as well.
And here again, what they're using throughout is the under mount rectangular sinks with these Delta faucets for the black matte finish is what we got going on that. And then look at this shower that we got going here.
So we've got a nice size shower here, huge shower door with the black hardware.
Very nicely done too.
A large shower, there's plenty of space.
Yeah, I like all of the tile here. This is a 12 by 24 Cavalier ivory porcelain tile. And this is what we call brick laid because of the way that it's set with the lines. And then we've got 2 heads in here with the black matte hardware finish.
And we've got a moonlight mosaic tile, a pebble tile. It's a smooth pebble. It's really pretty. It kind of ties all the colors together in here.
Yeah, and then also in the soapbox we have this decorative hexagon pattern
Yeah,
that
it's
we're
just a
using there.
black smooth hexagon. We got a nice big bench over here that you can, utilize for even your soap products if the niche isn't big enough for you. But the tile goes all the way up to the ceiling. It's a very large shower.
Yeah, this is about a 4.5 by 7 foot shower. It's pretty big.
And then we've got the little toilet closet over here. It feels like it's extra large in here as well. It's got a lot of space. We've got the upper cabinet here with shelving for decorations or whatever, and of course the regular cabinet doors as well. We've got the black hardware, and they did a hidden door here, a pocket door, so it doesn't take up any floor space whenever you've got kind of a tight quarters.
Here's his vanity. It's a little bigger.
Yeah, it's got lots of drawer space. The wrapped mirror here. I assume they're probably sharing this closet, but this might just be hers. But this is a great size closet. They've got some storage cubbies here, and then of course the upper and the lowers.
Yeah, and you can always go up as far as additional shelving and stuff like that if somebody wanted to.
Yeah, you could almost do a third rack in here if you wanted.
Yeah, because I got to have a lot of hat racks, for storage.
For all of his Texas Best hats.
That's right. All the new merch coming out. You guys can check it out in the store because we got a lot of stuff coming.
But yeah, this is a great size space for them. So I guess we've just got one last place to go, and that's the shop, which is the guys' favorite part. Let's get out of the bathroom and go in there.
I think guys like to hang out in the bathroom.
They probably do. They probably spend a lot more time in the bathroom than they do in their shop.
Yeah, probably.
So we're going to go down this hallway we've got about 858 square foot of shop space.
So let's see what 858 square feet will do for you.
Okay, well, it looks like a 2-car, 3-car garage, probably.
Yes, a true 3-car garage. Now, again, this is not super deep here, but this overall is a 35-foot spread this way. And then we have maybe about 25 foot deep, which is plenty, gives you room to build shelving and stuff like that on this side. Now here our power is actually offset from our meter base is at another portion of the property, and it comes in underground, and we're able to get the panel and stuff here on the inside of the shop, which is always nice. Here we have our standard zip wall that goes behind the sheetrock, so we have a completely sealed wall, and then we just have standard sheetrock that we have here on the outside of that. This is dropped down 1.5 inches from the living area. It's something that definitely recommend that you do, but we have our water heater in this room as well. And so what you're seeing in here with all the yellow, that's a 1 inch of closed cell foam, so it's not like for living area, but it takes the edge off. It really kind of drops the temperature about 15 degrees different from your exterior. Also, it helps with any kind of like a thermal break for any moisture that could occur having metal panels. So that's like it breaks the ice. Now it's real easy for folks if they wanted to add HVAC or something like that in here with a little mini split unit. It really works awesome. We have one in our shop and I love it. I always recommend it, which we use Cooper and Hunter a lot. And then, that might be something that many folks will do later.
Also, these doors are insulated as well.
Yeah, our walls are insulated, our doors are already insulated, so you could go ahead and AC this area. Now, you're not going to keep it 60 degrees or 68 degrees in here. That's not going to work.
You could definitely keep it comfortable.
You could add more insulation and be able to achieve that pretty easily, because that wall dividing the house is like, it's like an R20, because we got a 6-inch wall with spray foam filled in those walls. So we do have the insulated doors here. And another thing we always tell you is that somebody could easily add the plywood here, because we have the channel that goes on the bottom, and that's real easy to do as well. Now we have a walkthrough that goes out, which we're not going to go out that way right now because it's a little bit muddy, but this leads out to the back of the property, and there's not, any concrete right there today.
So coming out of the kitchen, we have one more space to show you. We have our outdoor screened-in porch, and it's a beautiful cedar porch. with all the big openings for the screen material there.
Yeah, and this is really I like the simplistic way that we were able to build this, because in the past, you guys know, we've tried so many different ways to do the screen porches. We built the porch with steel, and then we come in and we add this all right here to support everything, which works out really well. And then here on the exterior, we had all of our cedar put on, and then we added the screen over top of that, and then the trim pieces. So kind of tighten that on, which was a really cool, simple process, to where if you ever needed to change the screens out, it's really not difficult.
Well, I love having a screened-in porch, especially in Texas, because everything here is bigger, so the mosquitoes are bigger.
Yeah.
So having that screened-off area with the ceiling fans, keep things moving. As far as ventilation, it would be a nice place to hang out.
Yeah, so the only thing we're missing is that door, but they're going to put that on because something happened with the shipping on the door that came. Anyways, we hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It's been a pleasure to bring you guys another finished tour of Barndominium, and we've got a lot more coming. Again, don't forget to check out our merch at our shop, all the new hats and stuff that we got going on there. What else? That it?
I think so.
All right. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm Josh Helm.
And I'm Brandy Helm.
We're wishing you all the best. Thanks for watching. Texas Best.
Texas Best.